Alright, look, I'm back with another video. They say what Gucci Mane just did ruined Pooh Shiesty's life. So look, for the people that's not informed, Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and Pooh Shiesty's dad robbed Gucci Mane, tried to get him out his contract. They got caught. They all in jail right now. And people say they're never getting out. And I'm not gonna lie, I believe it. I believe they ain't never getting out. But I ain't gonna waste too much time to get straight into the video.
What Gucci Mane just did pretty much guarantees Pooh Shiesty is gonna be in prison until he's 60 years old. Pooh Shiesty is currently sitting in jail for a rob.
Hey, they say if it ain't life, it ain't long. Shit, that's long to me.
Been in kidnapping Gucci Mane and putting a gun to his head and making him sign a contract to release him from the record deal. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I wanted to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is an app where you can make downloading the app and use. How effed and cooked is Pooh Shiesty? Now, when we found out that Gucci Mane, even though he cooperated with local police and gave information and told on Pooh Shiesty the night that the incident happened.
I hate when people use this word told on, tell, he snitched, he's a snitch, Gucci a snitch, all the other stuff. Let's be honest though, what was he supposed to do? And you gotta think like this. If his security guard was literally a police officer, mind you, listen, his security guard is a police officer, right? So tell me, how does this make sense? You think he's gonna lie and say he don't know who the people was? They got surveillance video. They got CCTV of this shit, bro. Think about it. They got CCTV of this shit. CCTV of this shit, right? Clear as day, you can see Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and Pooh Shiesty dad. And if Gucci Mane was to lie about it and say he don't know the individuals, he could have faced jail time for lying to the police. His money would have been messed up. The jewelry would have never been got back. You know what I'm saying? It would have been messed up for everybody. And you gotta think, he's a millionaire. He's not in the streets. It's okay to snitch, bro. Tell, snitch, rap, whatever you want to call it. It's okay to do that if you're not in the streets, bro. I did not mean to do that.
Happened that when the feds stepped in, Gucci Mane hadn't been cooperative with the feds. So people were under the assumption if Gucci Mane ain't cooperative with the feds, they really don't got nothing on Pooh Shiesty. Shiesty coming home. Well, Gucci Mane essentially just put a dent in Shiesty coming home plans because he dropped the record last night.
Yep.
And the fans don't need no statement from.
They dropped the record. Gucci Mane dropped the record on him. I heard it. He was talking about all this stuff that Pooh Shiesty did.
Gucci, they don't need Gucci to take the stand. They got the song that Gucci dropped last night. The song is enough. Because Gucci laid it all out for any and everybody who's wondering what happened, including the police. Gucci laid it all out, bruh. Let's get into some of these lyrics. So Gucci starts off the song by saying, tell the truth, you went out like a crash dummy. And after all that, boy, you still signed to me. I'm like Birdman and Ninja, this my cash money. And your fat flunky, he a stone cold junkie, talking about Big 30. When Pooh Shiesty was at his bond hearing and they were telling him how Gucci Mane told the police what he did and how Gucci Mane identified him, Pooh Shiesty, according to the reporters in the courtroom, was just shaking his head like, man. Pooh Shiesty was under the assumption, man, we all gangsters, man. We're supposed to handle it in the streets.
Nah. See, listen, this is the difference, though. You see the way he's thinking? He's thinking like a dumbass, bro. He thinking like you still in the streets. You not. Listen, you came home. You was lucky to get out of jail, right? You got 8 years in jail. You came out in 4. You was lucky to come home, bro. A lot of people don't come home from that. You was lucky to come home. And then you came home to more money, more success, all of that. Just an abundance of everything that a person wants in life. You came home to more of that, right? And then you fuck it up like this. You mess it up like this. And now you going back to jail. You going back to jail, bro. Like, how does that make any sense to y'all? Like, he put himself in a position. Then he got out of that position. And he going right back to that position. Come on, bro.
You're like, no, dummy. I'm a multi-millionaire owner of a label. I do business.
Right.
Bro, I'm not in the streets of Atlanta trying to kill ops no more, bro. I'm doing multi-million-dollar business, man. If you think I'm a get it back in blood or get it back in the streets, you out of your mind, man. You going to jail and you gonna be signing me for life.
That was the
Pooh Shiesty, you went out bad, bro. Now, if y'all think the police can't use Gucci Mane rap lyrics against Pooh Shiesty, you're out of your mind, bro. If them folks was using Young Thug lyrics against them all throughout court, you think them like them folks who got a statement from Gucci already and these rap lyrics can't use this against Gucci Mane? And I'm sure they're gonna subpoena Gucci Mane to come and explain these rap lyrics. And he's gonna be on that stand looking like a dummy trying to explain, well, no, all right, man. But I'll be real. After this song, I'm not even buying the rumors that Gucci Mane ain't cooperating with the feds or he's not talking to the police. Because if you're scheduled to speak to the FBI a little later in this month and you drop this song, this is pretty much an admission. I'm ready to go the full way, and I support Gucci Mane going the full way. He continued and he says, I got my bread up. I always keep my head up. I thought it was a business meeting, but it was a setup. Yeah, I walk in the room, you can feel the pressure building. Ninjas dapped me up the whole time they was plotting against me. I think I heard DJ Academic say the Gucci Mane record is tied for the worst moment in history with J. Cole. So J. Cole, him apologizing to Kendrick Lamar, that was the first. Gucci Mane is now tied for the first with J. Cole. I'm gonna say this. This is one of the best moments in hip hop history. This is one of the best. This is one of the first times we're seeing somebody of Gucci Mane's stature. And when I say stature, I don't just mean his stature in music. I mean his stature in the streets. Gucci Mane is a cold-blooded street dude, bruh. Don't get it messed up. The skinny Gucci, right, who's getting money,
he evolved from that. He didn't just age, he evolved from that. It's the difference between aging and evolving, right? And he learned, listen, don't get me wrong. I think 06 Gucci Mane, he would have did something to Pooh Shiesty. He would have retaliated and got it back in blood. Don't get me wrong. I definitely believe that 06 Gucci Mane would have got it back in blood, did some street shit, and would have been in jail behind this, right? But now I'm a multi-millionaire. I own businesses. I have a record label. I got something to live for. You see what I'm saying? I ain't just going to jail and throw my life away over this. You see what I'm saying? So he cooperated with the police, which he should do, because he's not a street dude no more.
Looking good, who got his wife, who got his kid, who's doing his thing. That Gucci is a businessman. He's a boss. But don't get it effed up. That Gucci is a certified cold-blooded street dude. This is the first time we're seeing a certified street dude say, hey, bruh, these street rules are stupid, right? Why the hell would I keep it street and keep it P when he snaked me? This is talking about millions. We're talking about multi-million-dollar business deal. He snaked me in a multi-million-dollar business deal and tried to finesse me out of millions of dollars, right? So why would I let him finesse me out of millions of dollars? If I got to go down this route, if I got to cooperate to prove that I signed this contract under duress, that's what I'm going to do. Gucci Mane doing this, I think, rewrites the rules of the streets. This the first time we're watching common sense prevail in the culture.
I think this was a good learning experience for the youth.
You do a temperature check online, people ain't saying Gucci Mane bad for telling. They saying Gucci Mane, of course you tell. And people are calling out anybody who dare try to shame Gucci Mane for telling. I don't think outright snitching will ever be accepted in hip hop, but I do think all this gray area nonsense people want to get to, that's gone and out the window. People now have common sense. And this Gucci Mane situation is really helping people to realize what's been in front of us the entire time, which is, a lot of these street rules are stupid. There's no consistency. Now, if you do a crime with somebody and you sign up to do that crime with somebody, and then you cooperate against them, that's never going to be accepted in hip hop. But the gray area where I'm at a business meeting with some white folks and an off-duty police officer, and this is a label meeting where millions of dollars is at stake, and you come and you do some street stuff and you rob me and rob my people with me, it's snitching if I say, yeah, he did it. It's snitching if I back up the people who's with me and say, oh yeah, they telling the truth. They not lying. Nah, bruh. That gray area shit is nonsense. It's out of here, bruh. And this Gucci Mane situation is helping with that. Gucci Mane also addressed the accusation that Pooh Shiesty put a gun to him and made him sign release papers. Gucci Mane says a ninja set up the play like Suge Knight did with Dre. Now, Suge Knight was notorious for pulling up on people with goons, the Crips and the Bloods, and making them sign contract they didn't want to sign. Right? We know that Suge Knight, I believe, dangled Vanilla Ice over a balcony and made him sign the contract. So Gucci says, but I ain't Eazy-E, ninja, and this ain't back in the day. This 1017, the label, I built this ish from the ground, and I'll be damned if I let a ninja take my ish down. This next line to me was the most raw line in the entire song. Gucci Mane told Pooh Shiesty, you play stupid games, then you win stupid prizes. Truth. That's a fact, man. Yo, Shiesty, you up millions of dollars, man. You got access to the best attorneys, to the best lawyers. You could have handled that the legal way, man. You chose to go down this route when you can afford to give a lawyer $100,000 and have him do his thing. Instead of coming home and buying three more new Ferraris, you could have gave $100,000 to a lawyer and have him go after Gucci if you felt like Gucci. Was doing something wrong. So Gucci continued and he says, some people like to take a ninja kindness for weakness. I pulled up on business, but y'all was on some weak-ish. Now, Asian Doll, who's a former 1017 artist who Ben had issues with Gucci Mane, wasn't too happy that Gucci Mane released this record because Asian Doll is now saying, free Pooh Shiesty and Big 30, hashtag snitch K, rat-eyed ninja appear big. According to Asians, listen, man, I don't think Gucci Mane at this point give a damn, bro. I think Gucci Mane is hella comfortable with his decision. So y'all calling Gucci Mane a rat, y'all going out of your way to shame Gucci Mane for dropping his record and talking to the police and doing this thing. I think right now Gucci Mane is in family man mode. He's in how do I build, the most wealth for me and my family. And I don't think Gucci Mane gives a damn. I think Gucci Mane has done the street stuff. Like, when you're somebody of Gucci Mane's caliber and you done caught a body, you done beat a body, you done kept quiet about it, you done got multiple charges and kept quiet, right? You did your thing. You see, there's no reward for being solid. Another person who initially defended Gucci Mane, Rollo, he came out and said, man, Gucci Mane ain't tell what y'all talking about. Big 30 lawyers saying Gucci Mane ain't tell. Rollo was forced to come back and issue an apology after Pooh Shiesty bond hearing and after everything that went on yesterday with Gucci Mane and these snitching allegations.
I just sat back just to see how many of y'all gonna keep it real. So we get word from Big 30 lawyer the other day that Gucci Mane wasn't cooperating. And then after the court proceeding, we see the FBI say under oath that they ain't heard nothing from Gucci Mane. But when I just posted Gucci the other day, everybody wrote all these rat emojis and said all this.
That's the one. So if you're new to co-producer, you could really type in anything.
This man. But when we want the apologists to be as loud as the insults, they gonna call that man a rat. Y'all gotta send in jail facing we don't know how much for trying to get out of contract. But yet, Gucci Mane still gonna get money off this. Like, he still signed the Gucci Mane out of all this right now when we listening to Pooh Shiesty. The money's still going to Gucci Mane pocket. So it's a lose-lose situation. Gucci out here with it. You know what? I respect the game. I'm a man. And I need you to send it to your people and tell them I was wrong and tell them I apologize. Damn.
If Pooh Shiesty day ain't bad enough, a criminal defense attorney on YouTube, was talking about this Pooh Shiesty case, and he said he thinks Pooh Shiesty is going to get 30 years for sure. 20 years for the kidnapping and aggravating charges, and then 10 years for the gun.
From Zito, the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Ankle monitors, cell phone records, surveillance footage, fingerprints, Greyhound bus tickets, rental car records, posting it on social media. He might as well have called the feds on himself. I like Zito. Let's see. Icy. We got food, beautiful women, and fresh air. Why don't you want to stay out of prison? And just a couple more. Another one from Parmesan. I wouldn't be surprised if Pooh Shiesty thing results in very stiff sentences for those involved, especially Shiesty. Shiesty's going to get fucked here. He's going to get a long precedent. It's federal. There were guns involved. They will get a Texas judge. They forced Gucci Mane to sign a contract. Lawyers and judges don't play about contracts. Contract law is like the foundation of law. A law itself is basically a contract between yourself and the state and the country you're in. Pooh Shiesty got a second chance. Judges hate when you throw away a second chance. Yes, they do. Pooh Shiesty was on supervised release. Pooh Shiesty had an ankle monitor on. I'm not saying he'll get 30 years, but if he did, I wouldn't be totally surprised. He will get 30 years for this. He absolutely will. He could probably get 20 years for the underlying crime and then 10 years for the gun.
This Pooh Shiesty situation reminds me of the Josh Gordon situation with the Browns, right? Josh Gordon was an NFL player. Josh Gordon, first year playing football in the NFL, Josh Gordon had like 1,400 yards in 12 games. For you guys who don't follow sports, that is like absolutely phenomenal. Like he broke like the rookie record. Like I think he broke like the record for the amount of games he played. He broke the record for the yards he had in them games. If he would have played the full season, he would have broke the receiving yards like record. That was his first season. You would think, oh, he's a guaranteed Hall of Famer. Josh Gordon proceeded to get suspended time after time after time for weed charges. While like testing positive for weed. Josh Gordon went on to probably have like a 5-year career and was out the league, right? But he was an immense talent. That's Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty is an immense talent. Pooh Shiesty is somebody who's supposed to be in the upper echelons of rappers. He was on his way there. Pooh Shiesty came home and dropped his first day out. Did 50 million views from the first day out. He was so highly anticipated. I don't know why he would do this. Under what circumstances did you think it was smart to do this while on ankle monitor 5 minutes after having a conversation with your PO and letting them know where you were? I don't know, man. Maybe he thought Gucci Mane wouldn't cooperate because he was a street dude. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Are y'all like blaming